Hello everyone, I'm Aaron, a birding naturalist. Welcome back. It is late October, and that means we're close to Halloween. And in honor of Halloween, let's talk tarantulas. Do we have tarantulas in California? Yes, we sure do. And I got lucky enough to see one of these while my family and I were staying at the Hudson Ranch Resort down in Kern County in Southern California. We were driving along one of the roads in the area and saw this 8-legged hairy creature walking across the road in front of us. Pulled the car over to the side, jumped out. Firstly, got this lovely tarantula off the road and into safety, and then get to spend a little time with it. Tarantulas are amazing creatures. There are over 800 different species that bear the name tarantula around the world. Something like 90-ish or so are found in North America, and California's got a few. Tarantulas, like pretty much all spiders, are predatory. They do have fangs. Tarantula fangs, interestingly, point down as opposed to pointing out. They strike down with those fangs when they attack their prey. However, while they are predatory, and while they do have venom, and while they do have fangs, they really represent no real threat to humans. Tarantulas are very docile animals. They really don't attack very much. And even if they did bite you, the venom has been likened to sort of bee sting quality pain and discomfort. So not like a severe issue that these things are going to pose to any human. Which means that you can get very close to them. You can even handle them like we did here. And they're really, really fantastic animals. There are a couple of notes, though, to pay attention to if you decide to handle a tarantula. One is kind of for your comfort. The hairs on a tarantula, especially on the backs of the tarantula, they're called urticating hairs, and they can be an irritant. So if you ever did pet a tarantula, you want to pet it with the hairs, because if you go back against the hairs, they can break off and kind of wedge in your skin a little bit and then causes irritation. It's not like a deathly rash or anything like that. It's not going to destroy your tissue. It's not going to kill you or anything, but it will be irritating. The second issue with handling tarantulas that you want to be aware of is something for their safety. And that is that tarantulas, they're kind of actually rather fragile. They're kind of delicate. And especially if they were to fall, they can break. They can have severe injuries. They can even die. So you want to be really careful if you're going to hold a tarantula to keep it low to the ground, to move it slowly, to take very, very good care of this animal and make sure it doesn't fall accidentally out of your hands. But with those two notes, the irritating hairs and being gentle on the animal, they're fantastic creatures to interact with. The reason that we saw this guy wandering across the road, and the reason I've been using male pronouns this whole time, is because this is a male. During the fall, so kind of September, October, male tarantulas in California start wandering around looking for mates. They become much more active than they usually are. And this is because they are driven to seek a mate to breed with. Male tarantulas don't live as long as females. They mature in 5 to 8 years. Females can live 25 years. And so the males, when they do sort of reach sexual maturity, they leave their burrows, they start wandering about far from their normal home range, trying to find the burrow of a female. In case you're curious, the burrow of a tarantula looks kind of like this. And when the male finds the burrow of a female, and assuming she's receptive and all goes well, he will climb into the burrow with her and mate with her, and he actually will leave the burrow and die not long after. The female will mate many times over the course of her life. So It's this really interesting behavior. It's this really interesting moment that we interrupted and got to see a bit of with this particular tarantula in Kern County. Now you'll notice the burrow's entrance is lined with silk. As is true with virtually every spider, tarantulas make silk. But they don't create those big orb webs that are often seen, they were all commonly seen of spider webs. They use their webs for different reasons. And one of those is as a vibration detector. So they'll line their burrow with silk and sometimes even lay out lines around the mouth of their burrow. And these are to act as like tripwires, guy wires, where if something bumps one of those lines, the tarantula down in its burrow can feel the vibration and can know that something is coming. So it's kind of like an early warning system, but not as like a prey capture system, like a net to capture flying insects or anything like that. But still, fascinating behavioral use of silk. And again, just another example of how diverse spiders can be and how diverse their uses of silk can be. It's a very impressive material that spiders can use, the spiders can create. So for this particular encounter, we got to spend some time with this spider. Like I said, got him off the road in the direction that he was going. He was definitely going in a direction. We picked him up, carried him across the road in the same direction, and so that he could continue on his journey to search for a female. Wish him all the luck, and hopefully he finds a female's burrow somewhere. And after getting to hold him a little bit and have this wonderful experience, first time I'd ever seen a tarantula in the wild in California, was super excited. We let him go on his merry way into the grasses, and we're just thrilled, absolutely delighted. So this is one of the many things you can see in Southern California, and in fact, many other parts of California. They're in the Coast Range. Mount Diablo is really famous for having tarantulas that get out and migrate in the fall. So I hope that you get out at some point and get to see some wandering spiders and enjoy your encounter with them as much as I enjoyed my encounter with this one. Thank you very much for the view. Subscribe to the channel. Happy Halloween, and enjoy the natural world.